Hi, this is Shanid. Welcome back to Zero Budget Productions.
Hi, this is Sandeepan, and this is the 12th episode of Walking the Streets. So, the guest for today is Paromita Chatterjee. Although the name of the series is Walking the Streets,
Today we'll be focusing on documentary photography because Paromita ma'am she started out as a street photographer, but
abhi she is into documentary photography and all. So
also
main
into personal projects.
हाँ उनका मेन एजेंडा ये रहता है फोटोग्राफी का कि टू ब्रिंग अप सोशल कॉज एंड पोर्ट्रे अ स्टोरी और मेक पीपल अवेयर थ्रू हर फोटोग्राफ्स.
एंड ऑल्सो उनका जो इमोशनल कनेक्ट रहता है हर फोटोग्राफ के साथ, लाइक दैट इज ऑन अनदर लेवल. लाइक शी इज़ अ फोटोग्राफर विद अ कॉज. ऐसा फोटोग्राफर है वो. मतलब इफ़ यू जस्ट सी हर फोटो यू विल फील लाइक यू आर अ पार्ट ऑफ दैट स्टोरी, अ पार्ट ऑफ दैट the entire thing. Like it's a different journey altogether. Like going through a photo book or going through a photo series by Mrs Paromita is like going through a storybook, right? You can literally be a part of it. और क्या बोलेगा, इतना इमोशनली स्ट्रॉन्ग रहता है वो सब. लाइक द इमोशनल anchoring is very strong, and the way it connects to its audience, like most of it is open to interpretation. कुछ जगह में she tells the story, whatever it is, like you connect on a different level with her works. So
अभी और बात नहीं करते हैं.
Yeah.
Let's start with the video and see the pictures.
Right.
Hello, my name is Paromita Chatterjee. I am a documentary photographer based in Kolkata. I have been published in various national and international magazines and newspapers. I have also worked as a photojournalist in Tehlika magazine in Delhi. I love to work on subjects like women's issues, gender identity crisis, environmental concerns, or anything under socio-political spectrum. I was in class 11 when my father bought me this point and shoot camera. We were going for this family trip to Himachal Pradesh, and I was really excited to experiment with my new camera, and I found my interest in photography in that trip. And later when I came back home and I started my research on photography, I found out different work of different photographers, all the legendary photographers and their body of work, and I think they really drawn me into this whole art form, and I started my journey from there. So when I started my college, I already found my interest in photography. Then I was following other people's work, which is very important. And in photography, you should be aware of what are the stories or what are the projects that are being photography projects that other people are doing. It's very inspiring for you to know what is happening around you. So that is very important. When I was in my college, I used to follow these stories. I used to read articles, I used to research. I started doing my own thing by myself, because I absolutely had no clue how to go on with this, how to begin with, where to begin with, who to begin with. But I think I got the real experience in documentary photography as a photojournalist. I got that vibe when I started with working with Tehlika magazine. I got to meet some amazing people, amazing photojournalists where I admired their work earlier probably, and you get to meet those people in front of you, and working with them can be really very, very inspiring and motivating for you to just go on. So yeah, Tehlika, when I worked there as a photojournalist in Tehlika, it was quite an enriching experience for me, and I have learned a lot while working on field. There are few incidents that I would say it's a learning experience for me again. But yes, there will always be challenges while you are doing your job on field, especially. So I can think of one incident right now is um during the elections of 2014 general elections. I was quite young. I was 23 then, and I remember I went to this village, and there was uh, this crowd that surrounded me when I was there. They were quite angry and quite aggressive, and they were angry because of the all the election campaigns that happened during the election. The politicians come there, all sorts of promises, but after then they leave. Nothing happens. Their condition of their life never changes. So obviously they were quite angry with me being there. Like, you are here to photograph us, then you will leave, then nothing happens. People will forget us. So I went there, and I didn't know how to deal with such situation. I was inexperienced. I didn't know what to say. It was quite a challenging task for me then to, you know, control the crowd, and then finally manage somehow to leave the place. So I tried to be very calm and patient there, and obviously I was trying to be very respectful to them. I remember I told them, I was quite young, I didn't know what to say. So I told them that, more you share your story, it's better for you, because someday someone will definitely see your problems, listen to your problems, and you never know how. And this world is small, and you never know who will come to you suddenly and might change your life. But if you stop us, then what is happening, you are limiting your possibilities of being heard. So if you really want others to know your problem, or at least if you really want to share your stories with the world, you definitely need to allow me to tell your story to people. So they understood me. Thankfully, they understood me. There was this lady who helped me a lot then, who pulled me inside a room and asked people outside to come and sit there and listen to what exactly I'm there to say. And I told them, I'm here to do this work, and this is my project. I'm working on malnutrition, the crisis that you're facing in your village. Please help me to understand what is happening, so that I can share this story, your story, with the world. So yeah, so these kind of problems you will definitely face if you are a photojournalist, if you are a documentary photographer. Also, there are emotional challenges as well. Like, I remember I went to Sundarbans to do this story on tiger attack widows. I was with Tehelka. I was doing this assignment with Tehelka, and I remember I was meeting all of them, and when you go there and ask about their story, they are describing each and every detail of what happened. It becomes really difficult for both you and your and the person who's giving you those details, because she was reliving those moments, and this is absolutely unfair on my part, because she had lost her husband. She lost her husband, and I'm asking her that what happened, and that is absolutely, I feel very sometimes difficult to have that kind of conversation. But since I was doing this particular story, I had to know what happened, and uh, I asked them, and the lady described me what happened. She told me that how she was standing on this bank, and she saw her husband, um, crabbing on just the opposite bank of the river. She could see him. In one moment, she saw him, and at the other moment, suddenly, she saw a tiger dragged her husband into the forest. Everything happened in front of her eyes, and she fainted. She didn't realize what to and how to react. She fainted, and she was describing that moment. It was difficult for me to, you know, even imagine that situation, that what she had gone through. So these kind of emotional challenges can come up while working, but you as I said, uh, you need to be respectful to people. You need to be sympathetic to people. You need to show that empathy towards them, that while that person is describing you, don't just cut that person suddenly in between. Don't just speak up unless you have that turn to speak. My first advice would be to the newcomers is, don't get obsessed with gear or any camera equipment. Don't get obsessed with upgrading your equipment in the very beginning. You can start with a small cell phone camera or a point and shoot camera. We all have cameras at home. We all have mobile phones. So you can start with your cell phone camera. You can create magic with it. Like my project healing, or rather I would like to call it my diary healing, a project on my mother. If you see the project, you will see I have the pictures that I have taken. Not all of them taken by DSLR camera. There are many cell phone cameras. In fact, most of them are cell phone camera pictures. So you can create magic with any form of, or any medium. You can create magic with a small camera as well. You don't need a huge gear or a very upgraded equipment to create magic. If you have that thing in you, I think you can do that with anything. So obsession is not an option. So don't get obsessed with gear and equipment. My second advice would be, keep an open mind, and try to meet different people. Don't just sit at home and think that tomorrow I'll become a great photographer or a professional photographer. No. Sitting at home cannot make you a good photographer. You need to go out and shoot and meet different people. Keep an open mind so that you can listen to their stories, because we are mostly, we are busy talking every time. We don't listen to people, and listening to people is very important. So I always prefer to listen to people, listen to their stories very patiently before I speak up. So I always ask people, whoever ask me about how to interact with people. So I always suggest, please allow them to speak first. After that, you speak. So listening to people is very important. Keep an open mind. Respect people around you wherever you are shooting. Respect your subject. Respect every people around you, whoever you are working on, or because if you don't respect them, if you go there and straight away do your job, they will not trust you, and if they don't trust you, you won't be able to do your work. Sometimes when I go for some story, I don't even take out my camera for first couple of days, just to make them comfortable. At least interacting with me, they should be very comfortable. They should be comfortable to tell their stories, so that everybody is eager to share their story. All of us are very eager to share our stories with the world. So yes, they are ready to tell their story. They are going to help you out if you make them comfortable. If you respect them, they can see that this person is respecting me, and I should also help this person. This happens. So this would be my advice to the newcomers. So please be respectful to your subject. Don't just be selfish and think about your job. You have to. All of us are human beings, so be very human to people. Don't treat them like an object. Don't treat people like an object. I think that is very disrespectful. So treat them like a human being, as if you are listening to a story of your own family, how you are going to treat your family members. So treat them like your family members. So be very respectful. Healing. I had grown up with a quiet stoicism of my father. It was beneath me to show emotions. When my mother passed away, I tried to be pragmatic. Even though there was an unease within, I shoved them all down the carpet. Which then I believed it to be my resilience. But later I realized it was simply an inability to accept my vulnerabilities. It was not an easy job for me to look at those pictures again. It was during 2020, during the lockdown period. I looked at these pictures again. I sat with these pictures again. And what happened next was magical. I realized trauma has no expiry. Neither healing is linear. I find it much easier to sit with my emotions now, rather than just running away from them. Sitting with my emotions and trauma, I found a path to heal. So healing is a lifelong journey of my family.
कैसा लगा भाई?
फोटोग्राफ्स तो मतलब अलग ही लेवल में है. हर एक फोटोग्राफ, तुम जो इमोशनल कनेक्ट बोल रहा था, इमोशनल कनेक्ट के साथ साथ मतलब ईच एंड एवरी कनेक्शन बिटवीन द फोटोग्राफ्स एंड द कलर पैलेट दैट शी यूज्ड, मतलब ये तो नेचुरल है भाई. आर्टिफिशियल भी ऐसा भी नहीं है कि स्टेज करके प्लानिंग करके कुछ किया है. ऑल दीज आर नेचुरल, है कि नहीं बोल? जो एडिटिंग है, जो कलर है इन ईच एंड एवरी पिक्चर, इमोशंस को और निकाल रहा है. तो
दिस फोटो, आई मीन द थंडर वन विद अ मॉम इन बिटवीन, भाई लाइक सिर्फ यही फोटो कोई स्टडी करेगा ना, शी विल अंडरस्टैंड द एंटायर स्टोरी. लाइक दिस इज द कवर ऑफ हर स्टोरी बुक. आई थिंक दिस इज सो स्ट्रॉन्ग भाई. एंड क्या बोलते हैं, सी ऑनेस्टली आफ्टर गोइंग through the series and after hearing the story, I got a little sad. Like that is how much impactful photographs can be if you like channelize them properly.
ये फोटो मेरा बहुत फेवरेट है. तो ये दोनों फोटो पे शी इज लाइक थोड़ा वो आदर कर रही है एंड यहाँ पे जो हंस रहे हैं दोनों,
she and her mother.
दिस इज अमेजिंग.
like क्या बोलेगा? I do not know if this is a film or a documentary photo. This photo is so strong, like an open wound, and I don't even know. Like, see, it takes a lot of guts to go into this depth, right?
मतलब दोनों में contrast दिख रहा है.
And the way every picture is, I literally see sometimes it happens like even I run out of words while explaining stuff. Like, no, I have literally no clue. Like this, the the broken क्या बोलता है इसको on the wall, like the broken lines, not the lines, like a
broken wall basically.
हाँ, with those lines and the similarity with this
collarbone.
Like.
Each and every picture, it's worth the look. मतलब अलग level पे है सब.
Like I was in love with her work.
और ये जो photo story she has created, no, मतलब क्या बोलेगा भाई, ये तो अलग ही level पे है.
And being very honestly speaking, like this sort of story, this sort of work is not for everyone. I think
right.
At some point you'll have to be mature enough and be mentally strong enough to go through a series like this. Like this will have an impact on you, whatever. I mean, I don't know like how to talk about photos and something of this sort. Anyway, I'm really glad and really thankful to Paromita ma'am, for accepting this invitation and being a part of our channel.
It's a really very big thing for us.
Like you can figure out from my expression only. Like I don't know what to say about this photo, how to say about this. I don't even know. Like this is मेरा औकात के बाहर का चीज़ है भाई. This is very strong, and documentary photography is something that holds a special place in my heart.
And the way she spoke about these pictures.
Yes, the way she explained these pictures, the way she,
amazing.
I hope you enjoyed the series. Like you should enjoy this series.
Exactly. मतलब मुझे personally इतना अच्छा लगा कि मैं बता नहीं पाऊँगा तो it's beyond words.
And we really hope that we'll get to showcase more of our works in our next season. So I think that's all for today. And you see, my energy level is not that much today because of, I don't know, this had an impact on me. I'm not like this generally. None of us are like this. But
so anyways, I hope that you guys liked the video, and if you did, so
yes, please subscribe and support our channel. Please subscribe to our channel.
Like करो, share करो,
yes.
comment करो, subscribe करो.
Like that is the only currency of love we understand. You supporting us. Just
Oof, dialogue.
Just support us by subscribing and just be there for us. This is like क्या बोलेगा? That will mean a lot for us. That's it, I guess.
That's it for today. मिलेंगे आपसे next video में. तब तक के लिए bye bye.